Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem
Hello, everyone. This was supposed to be a live call, and I apologize that we had tech issues until a minute ago. So we decided to record this call so you can find the recording on YouTube. Welcome to the Shreem Brzee June 2023. And today I will talk to you about all the power times you'll be able to use for your success, for your wealth, and power times for Venus and Goddess Lakshmi. So we can start the presentation. Oh, if you don't know me, I'm Lalitha Varahi, and I will be doing this presentation for the month of June again. So first slide, please. So by now, if you've been around with this Shreem Brzee call, you know that your devotion, your attention, and your commitment are powerful tools. And combined with the power times and the exact time when you are able to connect with these divine and celestial beings, including celestial bodies like the moon and the sun, etc., and Goddess Lakshmi, of course. So you will have celestial support, you will have cosmic, subatomic particles helping you on every level. You will have help from the divine. So we can connect with the divine in many times a day, but there are some times that become like portals, times when you can access these divine beings. They are more available. So one of those power times is the waxing moon, waxing phase of the moon. You will be surprised how many times on social media and other places I see people meditating on the new moon with their intentions, their list of what they want to manifest, and crystals, etc. That is not the time to manifest. It's actually a bad time to manifest because the power in the moon is not there. It's called in Vedic astrology, which is kind of scientific. And in fact, Dr. Pillai calls it a super science. We have the times when the moon has a lot of light and the frequencies of this light, the light frequencies, are so powerful that it boosts your emotional body, right? Your emotions become very powerful. So if you know how to use those emotions, you kind of piggyback on this energy and become very, very connected with the moon and with the goddess, especially on the full moon, Purnima, the time of fullness, right? That is the time when you want to connect with Goddess Lakshmi, the other goddesses. And in fact, the information out there is the opposite, that it says, get rid of something on the full moon. So that is not how it works. So Purnima itself means fullness. As I said, Purnam is a Sanskrit word that indicates that fullness, that fertility, let's call it, for lack of a better word, that available energy for you to manifest just about everything you want. So let's see what happens during the waxing moon. So it starts on June 1st. Waxing moon. So we have the full moon, right? So in June, we only have 2 days of waxing moon until the 18th. So the full moon will be on June 3rd. So you have June 1st, June 2nd, and June 3rd to use this energy to manifest wealth, to manifest luxury, all the beautiful things associated with Goddess Lakshmi. And she's a very benevolent goddess. So praying to her at this time will be more powerful. So this is the time when you want to connect with her by chanting Shreem Brzee 108 times daily. I know some of you have been practicing 1008. So if you cannot commit to that huge amount of time, it actually takes about 45 minutes to do 1008, if I remember well. And even 108 times, possibly twice, maybe you can try. It's all up to you and the time and commitment you want to put into this. The more you commit, the more you experience the goddess as if she were real, then it will be much easier for you to receive her blessings, right? Babaji in a chant says, shower the blessings. I like to have statues as a reminder. Goddess Lakshmi, especially in this form, is very, very powerful. And we use statues as a technology. I know that in the West, we are a little confused about that because of all the doctrines and dogmas, etc., which we can respect, but in India, in the tradition of the yogis, we know that the statue becomes very, very powerful because it's a vehicle for the divine to come to us. The being will always enter the statue. So that is what the yogis teach. So it's wonderful to have a reminder of the goddess around. You can have a picture. If you don't have a statue, you can find these statues both at Pillai Center and Astroguide. Next slide, please. And now we have some power times to remove the burden we've been carrying in our minds. So the bad karma. Karma is what? So it's our experiences of the past, and they're default thoughts. And without removing karma, it's very, very difficult to manifest. So again, you have an advantage because this information is only available at Pillai Center and also in the Vedic tradition, because if you look around, you cannot find this information anywhere that you can remove karma, because it's like wearing, if you cannot do karma removal, would be like a simple analogy would be like wearing a beautiful new dress when you have removed bad karma. The other way around, you wear a dress that is not so clean and you put all your jewelry, it will never look so good, right? So we want to have a clean dress. We want to have a new opportunity. And so that opportunity really comes if you have the thoughts, if you have removed the negativity that is always lurking, right? So those automatic thoughts, no, this cannot happen to me. I can only have this car, not that luxury car. So the little thoughts that are in our minds, the chatterbox that we need to control if we want to manifest a wonderful life. So karma removal is that time when you have a huge opportunity to remove big chunks of bad karma from the past lives. If you don't believe in reincarnation, you can always think, the thoughts you've been having automatically for a long time. So just to begin with a fresh attitude, new thoughts, more positivity, and without that burden that we carry around if we don't do this. So, to do karma removal, you can recite, for example, you can do, it's called pradosham. You can recite Tirunila Kantam, and that sound is super powerful, and it invokes a powerful being, Shiva, who has a blue throat, and there's a myth related to that, but it's too long, so we're not going into that. But just know that it works. So you can visualize the light in the throat. Some people like to cut limes. All that information is available on YouTube. You can check karma removal, pradosham. and cutting lines. You'll find a lot of videos on that. And you can also recite, Shreem Brzee in the throat, Brzee in the throat. Brzee itself can remove the past, the karma that is blocking your manifestations. Next, please. And this is a beautiful day to invoke Lord Muruga. Lord Muruga is one of the sons of Shiva Parvati. He is so powerful and a great teacher that he even taught the sound Om, the primordial sound Om, to his father. His father had forgotten it due to a curse. It's a long story. But Muruga taught Shiva about Om, how powerful it is. It removes negativity. It opens the third eye, and all those secrets, he revealed them. So this is his birthday, and you can connect with him on his birthday. It's a very powerful time. And he was raised by 7 celestial maidens. He has 6 faces, which really symbolize different parts of the brain that do different things. So he's very powerful. Next, please. Okay, this full moon is incredibly special because it happens on Anuradha birth star. Anuradha is a great time to invoke Goddess Lakshmi because this constellation is the birth constellation of both Goddess Lakshmi and Vishwamitra, the Maharishi, who revealed Brzee to Dr. Pillai. So don't miss this full moon. Give it 100%. Maybe you can chant 1008 times and participate also in the rituals that Pillai Center offers. Next, please. Okay, now we're talking about the opposite. This is not the time to manifest a lot, but there are some power times that you can observe also in the waning phase. Typically, you want to change yourself. You want to let go of bad habits, karmic patterns, so doing a lot of karma removal, and also doing tarpanam to the ancestors. It's very powerful. Thank you. Next. The waning phase is a wonderful time to remove things you don't want anymore. You can declutter your house. You can also meditate on some habits that are blocking your progress and your success. One of the things you can do is also connect with your ancestors during Tarpanam and just figure out the things you need help with. For example, as you do your Tarpanam and you can tell them, come and take this offering, accept this offering, and heal yourself. And please help me with my karmic patterns that are blocking my finances. And please help me also. And if you need something specific, you can ask them. So after a while, after doing Tarpanam for some time, your ancestors can become your personal devatas. Devata in Sanskrit means your personal deity. So that's wonderful because you can still connect with your loved ones or even, ancestors you don't know about that you've never met, but they can help you and they will be very grateful to be healed and free away from the earth plane, which is very dense, and so they can be in the light. This is how it works. And so don't be confused if you find information around that the waning phase is fantastic for manifesting. It's actually the other way around, particularly the new moon that you want to use only to pray to your ancestors, do Tarpanam, so you help them heal and receive their blessings. And also you can, Dr. Pillai recently made a powerful video, a very, very interesting video. He said you can connect with your with the divine beings who can destroy demons on the new moon. It's a power time for removing negativity of all kinds. So you may want to find that on YouTube, how to kill demons on the new moon. Well, we're not killing anything, but we're just removing a lot of darkness and negativity that may come. from subtle forces we don't see with our naked eye, or also we can connect with, if I remember well, he revealed, I'll rather let you see the full video because it's very, very powerful. And that's a time that, so those suggestions, you can follow them during the waning phase and particularly on the new moon. Next slide, please. Okay, I love this power time because I love Ganesha. It's always with me somehow, one of the statues I have. So you can pray to Ganesha on the fourth moon because the radiation from the fourth moon is not very positive in general. It's not very auspicious. So what happens? There may be obstacles. So you want to pray to Ganesha to remove those obstacles in your life, and particularly on that day of the fourth moon. Vedic tradition also says, don't go outside to look at the moon on the fourth moon because inauspicious things can happen. So I guess what they're trying to say is the radiations are not healthy for you. They're not good for you. So I try not to look at the sky, during the night of the fourth moon. I kind of trust that because the Maharishis were very, very scientifically oriented and they have not made a mistake. So far, we've only had validation from modern science when they looked into these phenomena, sounds, etc. So I trust that the tradition works great. Okay, next, please. Now, these are very powerful times you don't want to miss. Goddess Lakshmi as a husband, she loves him very much, is very, very powerful, and he's sustaining the earth plane. He is bringing the wealth and the health we need. So we can connect with him during the 11th moon. There are two of them in June, so that's nice. June 13th and June 29th. So you can pray to Vishnu. There's a mantra that you can chant, Om Namo Narayanaya. And when you connect with him, even Goddess Lakshmi will give you more attention. She will bless you. She will shower the blessings. When you first praise her husband, there are chants doing exactly that. They're called Kanakadara chants. So they are traditional chants to praise Vishnu, and that is when Goddess Lakshmi comes in and she showers the gold because she loves to hear all those compliments and kind things said about Lord Vishnu. And of course, he's also very pleased. So you will receive blessings for wealth, health, happiness, and that also removes karma in a way, because if you focus on something, they have made some studies that even our aura, our etheric body changes when we think about positive things. So if you think wealth, if you could see your aura, you have the color of the energy, the frequencies of that thing, wealth, happiness. Vice versa, if you think disease, poverty, scarcity, the colors in the aura change because we are carrying a different frequency ourselves. Our vibrations are lower. So we want to boost our vibrations and think of beautiful things that we like, nature, a beautiful house, or something luxurious we've been wanting. And then say, even just say the word happiness. There are studies on the water. We're made mostly of water. Just putting a label on a glass of water that says happiness or health changes the structure of the water and makes it very beautiful, very crystalline, and you can see those studies too. So always think on these days, connect with Vishnu. Even saying just Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu will bring you Vishnu. So how amazing is that? He's available. So don't miss these power times. Next, please. Okay, I cannot tell you enough how this new moon must be used correctly. I don't know what happened to Western astrology. They're doing just the opposite. They suggested to everybody, manifest on the new moon, manifest and put your intentions out there. Okay, and then they say, as I said before, on the full moon, they say, get rid of something, a bad habit. So they have it kind of reversed. There's not enough light in the moon to help you manifest. What you can do, though, is self-awareness, and you can also do the tarpanam to your ancestors and let go of bad habits. That is a fantastic time. Also, you can recite the mantras, to remove dark energy, and you'll find that in Dr. Pillai's YouTube video. If you go to YouTube Pillai Center, and you'll find that video. It has in the title the word demons, kill demons, or something like that. Thank you. Next. Okay, this is Father's Day. Not everyone has a living father, but even if you don't have a living father, you can be grateful for life and also maybe do tarpanam to him. And the father, the word father, the vibrations of that word is a mantra, according to Dr. Pillai. So you can just say father, father, father. If you really cannot connect with your father or something that may have happened, and you cannot forgive or let it go, you can always pray to the divine Father in heaven. And so you will receive the blessings of the father figure, which is usually represented as being who comes to guide you in life for the social mores, or to guide you in how to acquire wealth. So in Vedic astrology, the father figure is the sun, and the sun is a powerful celestial body, right? Life giver. So we want to be grateful for that, and so try to connect with your father. If he's still living, you're very lucky. You can maybe do something for him and show your appreciation. Next, please. Okay, so this is a power time because Anuradha star is 2 days. I'm going to give you the EDT time, so Eastern time starts late, around 7:30 p.m. on the 2nd. In India, Anuradha star is entirely on the 3rd. So that would be June 3rd if you're in India or in Asia. So don't miss it, because again, this is the birthday star, the birth star of Goddess Lakshmi and Maharishi Vishwamitra. You can connect with both of them. They are available at that time. And it's a time also for friendship, because the birth star itself is connected with Mitra. Mitra is a celestial being who is connected with positivity, and also making new friendships that are very beneficial because they are positive friendships. Next, please. So, sorry, can we go back to the last slide? I forgot to tell you that you can pray to Lord Vishnu. You can say Om Namo Narayanaya 108 times, and also recite Shreem Brzee 1008 times, as you do on the full moon. So the full moon in Eastern time is on the 3rd, and so June 2nd is the 14th waxing moon. So they're both very powerful days. So you have like a double full moon. Next, please. Okay, so now we have Fridays. Fridays are beautiful days for the goddess. You can pray to Goddess Shreem Brzee every day, right? When Dr. Pillai wanted me to do some fire rituals for Pillai Center, he said, anytime, but you can practice it for yourself anytime, any day. But on Fridays, and also for all the other goddesses. So if you want to connect with the goddess, I like to pray to Varahi, which is very close to my heart. So that because I feel she's my namesake, but I've always resonated with her. Dr. Pillai for 2 birthday trips took us to lots of Varahi temples. Also, we had goddess trip that was memorable. So I became very much obsessed with all the forms of Goddess Lakshmi, including Varahi. So you can pray to Goddess Lakshmi on Fridays, connect with Goddess Varahi, with all her forms, Mahalakshmi. They're all available and beautiful, and they can bless you with a lot of wealth. So Friday is a very special day again. And you know the Venus rules Friday, right? If you don't, so Venus is the planet, he's a male in the Vedic tradition, and he is the teacher of the Asuras. Asuras, in theory, would be demons, but also some beings who are just more interested in the material aspect, the energy of the earth plane. So you can pray through not only Shreem Brzee, maybe you can say Om Shukraya Namaha. So Shukracharya is the teacher of the Asura, and he has a lot of wisdom. Actually, he can also teach secrets of longevity, and even Venus is associated with that herb called Sanjivani that restores life. So he was giving it to Asuras who had been killed in a battle, according to the myth. So Venus can heal, Venus can bring you wealth, is the main Karaka, we say in Vedic astrology, so the main representative of wealth among the planets. Of course, the sun also can bring you wealth, and Mercury and Jupiter, that's all true, but Venus more. So connect with Venus, connect with the goddesses, you'll be very happy with the results. Next, please. Okay, we have a tip for the month. Do a daily a daily fantasy meditation. So I've never forgotten the first time Dr. Pillai said, making castles in the sand, right? I think I talked about this last month. But we cannot emphasize this enough. We need to visualize. And if we cannot visualize, we can always have pictures, ideas, writing down words that remind us of what we want. Ideally, we should be thinking 99% about what we want and very little about what we don't want. I don't know if that's possible on the earth plane, but maybe we can think about the opposite only to know what we don't want. So we can assess our wishes and be sure of what we really, really want. But ideally, we should be saying words like wealth, Brzee, and chanting and visualizing a beautiful life. It doesn't need to be just one object. First of all, the object and the sound of that object are the same. So they have the same frequency and they are one and the same. It's energy. Energy and the object are the same, right? Energy equals matter or something like that. I don't remember what Einstein said. So fantasize, visualize, dream, daydreaming. That is not a waste of time. I recommend doing that often. I think in my life, that's how I had everything. I had an idea, I persisted with it, I loved it, I focused on it, and things happened. I even imagined how my children would look like, and they turned out to be exactly like that. It's kind of funny to say that, but so visualizing is very important, and Shreem Brzee can help you do that with more positivity. So I don't know if you've seen it around. It was recently in a program that was being sold at Pillai Center, a picture of what that showed the person chanting Shreem Brzee, having all these dopamines and being very happy and positive, and the person who didn't chant the Shreem Brzee had a lot of cortisol, a lot of stress, and felt very, very sad, very, very depressed. So these sounds are very powerful. They really, really work, and we have science to prove it. And so next, please. I think that we're done, right? Then we have some, so we have the Shreem Brzee group chanting. I believe that's with Lakshmi, and she's been doing that for a long time. That's wonderful. Also, is it also on, I think also on Instagram. So connect with your community, chant together. The meditation becomes so powerful, and we cannot say this enough. Together we can do a lot more, and we can have more happiness, wealth, make progress, have a lot of success. So if you can share this information with everybody, there is also a program. Thank you. Next, there's also a program that you can join. It's called Full Moon Immersion. I recommend it. There are beautiful rituals. There's a puja with 108 flower petals, and also an interactive food that's with Sucharita, the puja. And then so both two Pillai Center teachers, Sucharita, and also there is the interactive full moon fire lab with Swamini Valli. I like to read this quote here. Fire is the best way to reach to the gods and offer your prayers. Yeah, it's a great vehicle. In the Vedas, Agni, the sacred fire, is a priest. So we invoke the priest and we say, please take my prayers upward, take them to the gods. And look, the flame is always rising. And bring me gold every day, we ask Agni. So it is so true that fire is the best vehicle for your prayers, and they become very powerful. They become like a remote control with the infrareds, right? Like you've seen your remote control has a red dot. Similarly, the fire ritual is the best way to connect with the gods, with the celestial beings who can help you. And that's all there is for this month. And hope you enjoyed the presentation. Keep these dates in mind so you don't get lost with all to-do lists, things that you have to do. I like to have reminders everywhere, like I have Post-its, I have it on my text messages, I have it on my computer and on the phone everywhere. So I hope you can connect with the goddess this month and also with the other celestial beings. Don't miss these power times, and see you soon.
Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem